Teachers, educators, I am back. Classficient is off and rolling, and today I am going to talk to you about classroom management and Classficient rule number 1. But before I do that, I got some great feedback from a dear friend and fellow teacher, Erica Magnuson, holding it down in the Bay Area. She's seen the first few Classficient posts, and she said to me, Mr. Classficient, I love what you're doing. Okay, I think what you are doing is great for students and teachers, but I feel like you need to switch it up. I said, pray tell, dear friend, whatever do you mean? She said, I think it's your personality in the classroom that allows you to really connect with your students, and I feel that you should let more of that shine through on these posts. Now, I think that's excellent advice. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So here we go. Now, as you heard on my entrance, okay, Aretha Franklin said it best. RESPECT. Before we can talk about the classroom management strategies, efficiency, systems, or content that is going to make your classroom great, we got to talk about respect. Good, old-fashioned, mutual respect is the hallmark of a class-efficient classroom. Now, teachers often hope and expect that their students are going to respect them. Some teachers will even demand it. But as with most things in the world, you will get back what you put out there. So if you want respect, you have to give respect. You are the teacher and the adult in the classroom. What you do and the example you set is much, much more powerful than the rules you make or whatever poster you want to stick on the wall. You must respect your students and view them as the intelligent, savvy, young people that they are. Okay, you have years and experience beyond that of your students, but their feelings are just as important as yours, as are their emotions, yet they are probably more fragile. Okay, keep this in mind as you interact with your students and the work becomes tougher throughout the year. The golden rule really is the best rule of all. Now, more experienced teachers will tell you that rough days are coming. Frustration is inevitable. You will get tired. Fatigue and stress brings out the worst in us. Okay, chances are good that you've had a teacher along the way that yelled at you. And chances are even better that you might not remember that teacher, but you probably remember like how that teacher made you feel. We've all had that teacher that yells and that seems to like hate life. Okay, I know you don't hate life. I hope you don't. I mean, I guess how could you? Okay, you're smart enough to be watching me right now, and so your life is awesome right now. Okay, but that's that personality I was talking about. But I digress. Okay, some of you are yellers, or you know a teacher that yells. And coming from a place where you often had to yell to be heard, I know this is an easy response for a lot of teachers. Let's say you got students out of their desks, throwing things, doing everything except listening to you. All you want to do is, okay? I know, I get it. Okay. However, most students will do one of two things when they're yelled at. Okay, they either yell back or shut down. And neither one of these is particularly good for the learning environment. And even if the student does do whatever you were yelling when you were yelling like a crazy person, okay, now you're that teacher, okay, the one that hates life, remember? Okay, but hey, sometimes, it happens. Very early in my teaching career, and to be fair, it's still early, okay, there would be times when my stress would get the best of me, and I would have I would yell, and that momentary sense of relief I get from yelling would always be followed by an evening of shame for the lack of respect I showed a student. Now, I always made it a point to apologize, and in many cases, I do so publicly, okay, to the student and to all the students that witnessed me yelling, and then I state that, I shouldn't have yelled at whoever the student is I was yelling at. Okay, and you would be amazed at how powerful it is. Show your human side. Show that you are not perfect. Okay, yelling or berating students hurts them and you, and it fractures the very important relationship. Okay, so I encourage you to seek more constructive and calm ways with dealing with these tough situations. if you're having trouble with this, stay tuned for more helpful strategies, okay? Or reach out to me directly at info@classficient.com. I'll get back to you. Okay, so down the road, students might not remember the quadratic equation or the rules for using commas, okay, but they'll remember if you treated them with dignity and respect. Now, when things get really crazy or I'm very upset at a student, I pretend as if my nana's in the room, my grandmother, okay? And I pretend as if she's observed me, or better yet, the parent of the student. Now, how would you treat that student if this were the case? Now, or whatever your answer is, that's how you should always react. Okay, remember, you are always teaching, whether you're talking about the content or not. Okay, students are watching you. Okay, what are you gonna show the students? Now, to continue, like, I don't think it's a good idea, or there should be the goal of a teacher to try and get their students to love them. Okay, that's a recipe for disaster. Okay, and then again, you look like that teacher. I think you should provide them with the best example of a leader you can be. Now, however, if you respect your students always, chances are good that they will respect that and they will probably love you for it. And that is a great feeling. Okay, so number one, above all, respect your students. And remember, if you want something, be persistent. And if you want to keep it, be consistent. Aretha, yo girl, take me home. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to stay up to date on all new content. If you have any questions regarding classroom management and efficiency, please send your email to info@classficient.com. If you think Classficient could be beneficial to others, please follow and share across your social network.